Welcome into a Friday edition of Hittin' Hard with Jon Chuckery. Today on the show, Max Fried is pitching like an ace. Is this Michael Walker's breakout season that's coming? And this PGA versus Live, the lines have been drawn in the sand, no pun intended. All of that, it's Hittin' Hard with Jon Chuckery on Locked On Sports Atlanta.
This is Hittin' Hard with Jon Chuckery, part of Locked On Sports Atlanta. And it starts now.
We welcome you into Hittin' Hard with Jon Chuckery here on Locked On Sports Atlanta. Please head over to youtube.com. Find Locked On Sports Atlanta in your search browser. When you find that page, subscribe to it. Leave us a comment. Don't forget you can download us free and available on all of your favorite podcast platforms, including Spotify and Odyssey. Leave us a 5-star review there. And, of course, you can follow me on my personal Twitter page at JMCH316. 8 in a row for the Atlanta Braves. They took care of the Pittsburgh Pirates last night, 3-1. The story of the game, besides the fact that the Braves continue. By the way, we talked about this the other day or last week, whatever it was. The Braves in their first 50 games of the season with runners in scoring possession. Remember when we had that whole discussion? 231 in their first 50 games. Guess what they are in this last 8 games on this 8-game winning streak? 325. Not saying we told you so, but anyway. So they're, 328. They're up to 328 now. So 328 in the last 8 games of runners in scoring position, 231 the first 50. Not saying I told you so, but I told you so. Anyway, Max Fried was outstanding last night. Again, 6 innings, scattered 8 hits, but only gave up the 1 run on the solo home run. Didn't walk anybody again last night and had 8 strikeouts, lowering his ERA to now 2.64. So Fried on the season, 6-2 with a 2.64 ERA, 69 strikeouts in 75 innings, but only 12 walks, 69-12 in his strikeout to walk ratio. If you look at Max Fried this year, the Braves are first off 8-4 in games that he pitches. If you look at the 12 starts that Max Fried has made this year, half of his starts, 6 of his 12 starts in modern day baseball, he's given up 1 run or less. 6 of his 12 starts, he's given up 1 run or less. His worst start was without question his very first start of the year. You're coming into the season. They had a shortened spring training. Pitchers weren't stretched out and all this kind of stuff. Since then, since opening day, he literally has only had 1 start the rest of the year where he's given up more than 3 runs. That was back on May 13th against San Diego when he gave up 4 runs in 6 innings. His last 4 starts, 6 innings of 2 runs, 6 innings of 1 run, 8 innings of no run. That's that gem that he pitched in Coors Field. And last night, 6 innings in 1 run. Max Fried is pitching like an ace, and he has been outstanding. And we've talked about this. Look, Fried has been pretty much lights out all year long. Opening day, okay, I'll give him that. Pitchers weren't really stretched out, this, that, and the other. Since then, he's been on his game. And 2020 was, a great year for Max Fried. If you look at Fried and what he did in 2020 in the pandemic year, remember he was 7-0 that year, had a 2.25 ERA, 50 strikeouts in 56 innings. He finished 5th in the Cy Young, won a Gold Glove, by the way, which he also did last year, and a Silver Slugger. Too bad he can't hit anymore. Then last year, it felt like that at times we didn't see in the first half of the year the real Max Fried. But in the second half of last year, he was maybe the best pitcher in baseball. 14-7 last year with a 3.04 ERA and had 2 shutouts last year, which led the league. Look, I don't know what Max Fried is going to be long-term. I don't know if he's going to be Glavine or Maddox or Smoltz or, you don't know to put that on a pitcher. But if there is a guy who is an ace and he is a stopper in this league, that's what Max Fried is becoming. And it's really low key. He's not flashy the way DeGrom and Scherzer and Kershaw and some of these guys in their prime, even Yu Darvish, right? He's not a guy who's real flashy about what he does. He just has amazing stuff and he gets outs. And the fact that he doesn't hurt himself, the fact that he doesn't hurt himself with the walks, he's only given up 6 homers in 75 innings this year. Last year only gave up 15 homers in 165 innings. And in a sport where the whole league and the whole design of your offense, just think about the Braves, right? They have power in the leadoff spot with Ronnie, power with Dansby, power with Olsen, power with Riley, power with Ozuna, power with d'Arnaud, power Duvall, power Ozzie, power. Lineups are designed to be big home run units. He doesn't give up very many long balls, and he doesn't hurt himself by putting guys on base for free. 69-12, that's ridiculous. That's almost 6-1 strikeout to walk ratio. If you're not giving up many homers and you're not putting guys on for free, you can give up a few hits here and there. You can go out there and give up a few hits and all that. But that gem that he pitched last Friday night, a week ago tonight in Colorado, where he was 8 innings of shutout ball. And honestly, what was it? After the first inning, he only gave up, I think, 1 or 2 more hits the rest of the way. Max Fried has been outstanding. Not really much of any way to describe it. I don't even know how he's got 2 losses, to be honest with you, other than he didn't pitch well opening day and he had one other bad start. But besides that, you have a pitcher that has half of his starts where he's given up 1 or less runs, not 2 or 3. What do we call, or not we, because I don't call it this, what do they call a quality start in baseball nowadays? Quality start in baseball is defined as 6 innings and 3 runs, right? 4.5 ERA. For Max Fried, that would be a dreadful start. For Max Fried, that would be one of his worst starts of the season, because half of his starts, he's been 1 run or less. Now, it's also untraditional because he's not a guy that typically pitches in 7th, 8th, complete games, this and the other. But he pitched 8 innings in Colorado last Friday. He has gotten in the 7th inning on a few of his starts. It's not like Max Fried is just simply a 5 innings and we got to get him out of there. What's the real shame about Max Fried is the fact that now that they have the DH, we don't get to see him hit. Remember, he was the last silver slugging winning pitcher that we'll probably see in baseball history in the National League because he is an outstanding hitter. So I don't know how Max Fried profiles out. Is he in the same class as DeGrom or Scherzer? He's not at that level yet. But I will tell you, there are a few guys in Major League Baseball right now that pitch and act more like an ace when they go out there than what Max Fried is every night when he gets a chance to spin the ball. All right, when we come back, is Michael Walker ready for his breakout season? He speaks to the Atlanta Falcons and their reporters. We'll talk about that next. Hitting Hard with Jon Chuckery on Locked On Sports Atlanta.